Press conference by Foreign Minister Hayashi will begin. Please go ahead. I have one opening remark. The day after tomorrow, June 23rd, will mark the Memorial Day to commemorate the fallen during the Battle of Okinawa. I would like to extend my deepest condolences to the many fallen. After 77 years since the end of World War II, the people of Okinawa are still affected by the major impact, which we take very seriously. As we observe the Memorial Day in the year of the 50th anniversary of the reversion of Okinawa, we again extend our solidarity as we think about the emotions of the people of Okinawa. And as the Foreign Minister of Japan, I am committed to continuing my utmost efforts to mitigate the impact caused by the bases in Okinawa. That concludes my opening remark.
Please raise your hand. After you are invited, please come forward to the microphone. Ask your question after you tell us your name and affiliation. Yes, Mr. Higuchi of Kyoto, of Chugoku Shimbun. Thank you very much. In Austria, there is the TPNW state parties meeting held in Vienna. Just like Japan, there are countries under the nuclear umbrella, including Germany and Australia, Belgium. They are participating as observers. There are increasing governments participating as observers. In the recent press conference, the Prime Minister has said that because there are no nuclear weapon states participating, that Japan will not participate as an observer. The Prime Minister has always talked about trying to be a bridge between the nuclear states and the non-nuclear states. If that is his intention, there are many non-nuclear states participating in this TPNW. Why not Japan might participate? There are many hibakusha, bomb survivors also saying so. What is your opinion, Minister Hayashi? Thank you. The TPNW is a critical treaty that could be considered as an exit towards a world without nuclear weapons. However, in order to change the reality, the cooperation of nuclear states is necessary, but not a single nuclear state has joined the treaty. As the only country to have suffered the atomic bomb in war, Japan will endeavor to engage the nuclear states and will advance realistic efforts toward a world without nuclear weapons. Regarding the response of other countries to TPNW state parties meeting, we will not comment, but based on the view I just outlined, the government will not participate as an observer at this state parties meeting. First and foremost, in order to maintain and reinforce the NPT, which is the cornerstone of international nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation regime, we will do our utmost to realize a meaningful outcome at the NPT review conference in August. In addition, we will accumulate effective disarmament measures and advance step by step towards a world without nuclear weapons.
If you have a related question, please go ahead. A related question. Observer participation. Rather than officially acceding to the convention or ratifying the treaty, you can participate as an observer. That's a lower bar. But even then, Japan is not willing to participate as an observer. Don't you think that would lead to the wrong message being disseminated by a country that suffered an atomic bombs? I've already mentioned the situation, but in order to change reality, we need to secure the cooperation of nuclear weapon states, and therefore there's no nuclear weapon state, no single nuclear weapon state participating in this treaty. Engagement of nuclear weapon state, that's the kind of efforts that we need to be engaged in. And through such efforts towards a world without nuclear weapons, we will engage in practical initiatives. So, as I said previously, we will not participate as an observer to the meeting.
Next question. Yes, please. Kusakabe Mainichi Shimbun about Japan-South Korea relationship, about the former civilian workers from the peninsula in South Korea. The government of South Korea and the responsible officials are talking about a public-private sector consultation body in order to try to resolve the situation. This is reported. What is the response of Japan? Regarding the media report, I am aware of that. However, regarding domestic movement within Republic of Korea, I will refrain from commenting on each of the development.
Next question, please. Mr. Azuhari, Pan Orient News.
Azuhari, Pan Orient News and Our New Japan. The next TICAD conference will be held in Tunisia next August, and reportedly Prime Minister Kishida is planning to attend it. Is it confirmed, this attendance, and what agenda Japan has in mind for that conference, given the situation that we have a food crisis in the world and rising of prices and energy costs also? Thank you. Especially in Africa.
On the 27th and 28th of August, TICAD 8 will be held. Of course, we will need to monitor very closely the situation with regards to the infection caused by COVID-19, but if various circumstances allow the participation of the Prime Minister Kishida will visit Tunisia to participate in TICAD 8. In addition to COVID-19, the surge of food and energy prices caused by the Ukrainian situation is causing a huge impact to the socio-economic situation in Africa, and therefore now is the time when international solidarity is necessary more than ever. In March of this year, I chaired the TICAD ministerial meeting, and at that meeting, we discussed the necessity of cooperation by the international community regarding the impact that the Ukrainian situation causes on the African continent. At the TICAD 8 to be held in August this year, based upon such discussions at the ministerial, the TICAD 8 will take up various challenges of development in Africa, including reinforcing food security and demonstrate the new direction of Africa development in the post-corona age.
Mr. Maeda, Kyodo News. Thank you, Maeda of Kyodo. This is about China's gas field development. Yesterday from MOFA, on the Chinese side of the midline, that China has completed a gas development platform. In May and June, such developments are continuing, and at the Director General level, there are planned meetings. Under this situation, unilateral activities are continuing. What is your reaction? In the EEZ of the East China Sea, and under a situation where the limits of continental shelf is pending final delimitation, and despite Japan's repeated protests, China is continuing unilateral development activities and making them fait accompli in the sea, and recently has created a new platform, which is extremely regrettable. We have once again lodged a strong protest to China and have firmly requested to resume the negotiation for international agreement under the 2008 agreement and the early execution of the agreement.
Next question, please. Nobita-san, TV Asahi. Nobita of TV Asahi. On nuclear weapons prohibition ban treaty, rather than nuclear disarmament, nuclear deterrence may be the priority, some say. But in order to engage the nuclear weapon states, what kind of action will the Japanese government take specifically? As I mentioned previously already, international nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation regime is strongly founded upon NPT, and NPT must be maintained and reinforced as the foundation of the regime. And in August, the review conference will be held. We must deliver meaningful results through that review conference, and the Japanese government is willing to make our utmost efforts to that end.
Further questions, please? If not, this is the end of the meeting. Thank you very much.